welcome back to another Mum's Night Out coffee catch up. Isn't this sunshine amazing? Yeah, apologies if you're not in a part of the UK that has wonderful sunshine like we are having right now. Off and on the last few days, it's just been a bit of a change. It's getting warmer, the sun is shining, the sky is blue, and it's lovely. It's really lovely. And it's got me to thinking about spring. And, you know, there's this sort of age-old idea of a spring clean. And, which I love. I like the idea of it actually once it's done. I'm not sure I really like the idea of doing it. But what I thought about today really was this idea of spring cleaning your house. Rather than spring cleaning your house, but spring cleaning your health. I don't know, but there's something about this time of year that fills me with a sort of optimism, a sort of hope. And I know there is a lot going on in the world right now. There is devastation and despair and horror. And so it feels odd in a way for me to be talking about this is a time of hope, but there is just something about feeling that sun on your face and the warmer days and the lighter evenings. It does just give you that little glimmer of hope. And I remember feeling exactly the same, you know, this time 2 years ago when we were in lockdown, and there was, you know, it was terrifying time and a lot of fear and a lot of worry and a lot of devastation again. But at the same time, there was just this glimmer of hope. Because of this beautiful weather. So, yeah, it got me to thinking about a sort of spring reset and a spring clean. And I don't know about you, but I am not really a New Year's Eve? I am not really a New Year's resolution kind of person. I find it a little bit odd, I guess, at that time of year, the start of January, to be all so excited about change and new starts when, you know, it's quite a bleak time of year, let's face it. It's cold, it's dark, the joy and excitement of Christmas is firmly behind you, and January looms ahead of you. So I do find it difficult to be motivated at that time of year to want to make changes. But I do find that there are two times in the year that I am, I guess, inspired to give myself a bit of a kick up the bum. And one of those times of year is September time. I guess it hails back to kind of my school days, where you've had this nice long summer holidays and you're ready to go again. You're ready to start a new year and go back with a sort of renewed energy into the new year. And now, you know, as a parent, I find the summer, I love the summers. I juggle my work around doing stuff with the kids and I absolutely love it. But it's can be a bit chaotic sometimes, and it's busy, and some of my sort of good habits, for want of a better word, get a little bit lost in the summer. And so I find September, you know, the kids go back to school and it feels like a really great time to sort of get back on some of those habits that help me with my own health and well-being. So September is one of those times. And then the other time is now, is springtime. I think it's just, as I say, that hope, that optimism that the warmer weather and the sunny skies brings, and whether it makes you start to think about the summer coming and you realise that, you know, your health isn't perhaps exactly where you want it to be. It's just a great time to give yourself a bit of a spring clean, a bit of a spring overhaul. So yeah, I'm really loving that right now. And actually this week I'm doing a little challenge with Wendy Griffiths. Now I will link to this in the show notes because it's only on day 2 of the challenge. You can certainly come over and join it. She's wonderful. She has some great tips about creating healthy habits and sustaining them. We interviewed her on another episode of the podcast, which was a fabulous episode. I'll link to that in the show notes as well. If you missed that one, do go take a listen. But anyway, in this challenge, we are looking at sort of just 2 to 3 healthy habits that we want to get back on top of, and then looking at how we're going to do that. So as I say, I'll link it in the show notes. Do come and join us. And I'll share with you my 2 to 3 that I am committed to getting back on top of now. Very quickly, it's about my water intake. I know that I need to drink about 2 litres of water a day, and some days I do it, but have not been consistent, so I'm getting back on top of that. I'm also getting back onto exercise. I do lead a sort of very active life generally, so I sometimes forget to do sort of more structured exercise and more like specific exercise activities, and so I really want to get back into that, and so I am now committing to doing 3 a week of those, and then really just around my healthy eating. Now, when I switched to a plant-based diet 2 years ago, I had never healthier. It was an absolute game changer, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But over those couple of years, what's happened is I've sort of slipped a little bit into some lazy habits of some vegan snacks, for want of a better word, that, you know, are perhaps a little bit healthier than the non-vegan version, but they're still, you know, highly processed snacks that aren't the best. And so I am going to get a little bit more on top of those. I do like to treat myself. I'm not going to deny that, because I don't want to live my life, you know, not allowing myself treats. But yeah, it's just about, okay, I'm not going to do that every day, and I'm going to be more mindful of how often I'm doing that. So I hope that's inspired you a little bit to maybe have a look at your own habits, have a look at your own health this wonderful springtime. And yeah, if you want to make some changes, now is a great time to lock those things in. So have a great day, enjoy the sunshine wherever you are, and I'll see you next week.